Now in this video, I'm going to talk about target fixation, and I will give you a couple of things that will help you without getting too technical. I found that both new and seasoned riders have trouble with this, so hang tight. Hey, I'm Paul the Motor Guy, and welcome to my channel, where I pass on riding tips, practice drills, and defensive riding strategies. Now I'm a rider coach, a motorcycle sergeant, and owner and instructor at ProRider Central Texas. So, if you're ready to improve your riding, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss any new videos. The biggest problem I see when it comes to target fixation is improper eye movement. Now I've said this in many of my videos, but it's very important. Head turns plus proper eye movement equals success. Now you have to remember that the motorcycle will always go where you look. So turning your head or pointing your chin where you want to go is only half the equation. Now I believe that improper eye movement has led to many motorcycle accidents. It usually shows up in curves, when a vehicle pulls out in front of a rider, or when a rider has to avoid an object in the roadway. Now when this happens, riders tend to look at what they don't want to hit instead of looking at their escape path. Now many riders get so focused on their hazards that they never do any defensive maneuvers at all. So what is target fixation? Well, target fixation is an intentional phenomenon observed in humans in which an individual becomes so focused on an observed object or hazard that they inadvertently increase their risk of colliding with the object. You have to realize that you're fighting against your built-in defensive mechanism, because it is human nature to look at something that we think is a threat to us. And it takes many hours, even years of practice to reprogram our brain when it comes to riding a motorcycle. But it can be done. And we have all seen plenty of videos like this one. And this happened because the rider looked at what he didn't want to hit, which was the tree. So we need to do the opposite, which is look away from the object or hazard, and you will have a better chance of avoiding it. Now, you and I both know that that's much easier said than done. But here are a couple of things you can do to start. The first thing you can do is that when you're practicing your swerving technique, that's right, I said when you're practicing, not if you're practicing, start training yourself to look where you want the motorcycle to go, which is your escape path, and not the object or barrier that you're swerving around. So here's an example of what I mean. In this photo, the box in the middle is a hazard and the cones on the sides are the lane markers. So let's talk about the left escape lane. Initially, you want to look at the far side of your escape path. Now this is because you want to give yourself as much space as possible when avoiding a hazard. Then you want to switch to looking down the road, because if you look at the far side of your escape path for too long, the motorcycle will end up going off the road where you're looking. Now by practicing this, you're conditioning yourself not to stare at hazards. You already know the hazard is there, so you don't need to continue to look at it. Now you would do the same thing if your escape path was to the right. Now another thing you can do is that when you go for a ride, take 10 minutes and purposely work on your head turns and eye movement. It won't take long for you to notice how much we tend to fixate on things. The concept is that you want to see everything but look at nothing. And over time, you should be able to override some of your natural tendencies, and you will be amazed at how much easier it is to ride. Now, I want to thank you for watching, and if you found value in this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, practice, 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 and ride safe.